Well, I thank you for coming to Heritage Hip Hop because you have a fan in me. I bought the music. I'm not going to stream your music only. I do it in my car, but on my computer when I'm doing the videos, I listen to music while I put stuff together, and odds is like crazy. That's like my song. Like, there's very few MC. He'll tell you, like, to be in my playlist, you gotta be special. You can make songs all day and I don't care. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I tell people that I don't like your music. I tell you. But for somebody like who really stands out, there's few MCs from Jersey that if you watch Heritage Hip Hop, you hear me talk about them, and you're gonna be one I'm not gonna talk of. So I'm putting together a Heritage Hip Hop playlist too. My first playlist went out to London. They loved it. I would love to put your music on that one.
Do you? Most
for promotion.
Gracious, so, man. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that.
Righteous.
So right now, give everybody your social media, your projects, and how to get in touch with you, and you know what up.
So first of all, shout out Bayonne. That's number one. Shout out the city. My name is Malc. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at MALC4_. On, if you want to go all the way back, you know what I mean, get in tune and watch the progression. Literally, you go on SoundCloud, listen to Free Game under Malc. The next tape after that was Progression, which is on Spinnerilla, and then after Progression, after Progression, we got something here, so we went over to all the streaming platforms. So now we on everywhere. You can find The Layover.
Yeah.
You can find P2.
Classic.
And you know we steady working.
I'm not just saying that shit. It's a classic. I like that joint, yo.
Hey, make sure y'all get with my guys. Get one of these fly shirts. Heritage Hip Hop, Jersey.
Alright, so here we go, everybody. This is the rapid fire questions. Rapid fires are not yes no questions. They're more like what I call the way I try to be fluff, but I'm not fluff. I don't care what your favorite food, your favorite color is, or living. I don't even give a damn about you and Cardi B. I don't care. I don't. I really care about what you think and how you feel about the game and where you're going with it. So these questions they're the same for most artists, but I change them at the end. Okay. So here we go. Who's the most impactful artist in hip hop history to you that affected your life? Doesn't have to be a rapper though. I said artist in the entire hip hop culture.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X is the most influential person in hip hop culture to you.
The biggest influence.
Talk about it.
Malcolm X, literally how I got my name. It's the biggest influence on my father. Like my father said, there's 3 men in his life that he put on that pedestal. My grandfather, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King. I got my name Malcolm X through Malcolm X. And a lot of that militant, Public Enemy, all of that stuff is a branch off of the Black Panthers, which is a branch off of the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X and his teachings. So all of that's passed down from generation to generation, get to my pops. He puts that in me. Like I said, when my mom was having me, he was playing Malcolm X speeches on her belly. So.
Amazing. She's the first person that ever chose someone not in the hip hop genre, but affected the hip hop genre. That's very deep. Yeah, that's very deep. So then, I gotta change what I was saying. That was just like strong. Okay. Malc is an MC, right?
Yeah.
Which means he knows.
I'm not an MC, I'm an artist.
Alright. But right now we're gonna be an MC. You're gonna move the crowd and you're gonna be a mic controller. Which means you know how to move people's actions and thoughts. But people have to do it to music, primarily in hip hop, because the beats and the DJ actually started off the movement.
Yeah.
What's the perfect beat? The best beat of all time in hip hop. Meaning, the person who came out with the song never came out with it, and it would have been you on that song when it came out first.
Paid in full.
Woo, EPN, Airbnb Rakim.
Yeah.
Paid in full. See to disagree me with your arms. All right, here we go. Paid in full. Wow, that's deep. Why paid in full?
Like you feel like she's singing on it, like you were saying earlier, the music is in the beat. Like there's nowhere right now, 20, 30 years later, you cannot go anywhere right now and that beat dropping, people just don't. Like you feel that one in your soul.
So is that why in the majority of the production that you chose for P2, you do a lot of soulful singers in the background while you're on?
Yeah, that and to the fact that growing up, that's what I heard. Those dudes weren't singing and harmonizing, so they had to even the scale somehow. So sampling was a big part of hip hop, and that's still a lot of the stuff I listen to. So that's what I like. And I grew up in the church a lot. Heavy organs, heavy synthesizers, and a lot of people singing. So I love that sound over some drums live. I love that live. So if I could get that over a beat and rap over it, that's match made in heaven to me.
You know, the only MCs that still do that in the game right now that I know of, I'm not know everything proficiently, is Ghostface and Raekwon.
You don't think Dave East and Cole do it well?
No.
You don't think so?
No. You know why I say that? Because they don't write to that music. They write to hip hop beats. Raekwon and Ghostface say, I don't listen to hip hop. I listen to that to do my rhymes.
Jim Jones though. Jim Jones' new album, heavy.
El Capo?
Yeah, and the one before that was crazy too.
I think you're missing my point. It's not the fact that they use it. That's where they get their inspiration.
That's what they listen to. Okay, I dig
Right,
what you're saying. I dig
right.
what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, people could be on a sample beat all day long. I mean, look at Kanye. He sampled a whole bunch of stuff.
No, but that's literally.
He trash though.
That's literally what I listen
You
to.
laughing?
Nah, I mean, I'm not. I'm not
The
indifferent.
Nasir
to
project
that.
was a classic?
I'm not. Yeah, you did. I'm not.
Was it? Mm-hmm. And Malc was on Cop Shot the Kid, where he had rapped the same way as Nas did, where everybody said that's Nas's laziest song he ever did.
Nah, that beat is crazy.
It is.
That beat is crazy, bro. Like you were saying, that's actually stuff I listen to. Though. Like
That's what's up.
Heavy Donny Hathaway, a lot of Anita. Like the odds, it's an Anita flip.
You called it. You called it.
No one in the world loves me like you do. That's Anita
You
flip.
called it.
Did that sample clear? That's the first thing I said.
So here's the next part of the rapid fire though. Part of hip hop that I think is overdone is the guest 16. Where people always have somebody on their songs.
Mhm.
But there's been a time where somebody has gotten on the song and outshined the main artist. What's the best guest 16 in hip hop history to you?
Life's a bitch, AZ.
Thank God he didn't say Renegade. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Hate that damn song.
I'm not a big fan of Renegade.
Who was the feature artist?
Eminem.
Jay-Z. That was Eminem's song.
That was originally Eminem's song?
He took Royce the 5'9" off and put Jay-Z on
Oh,
it.
that's crazy.
And it went on Jay-Z's album. That's why Jay-Z didn't sound.
Oh, yeah,
You gotta hear the original song, actually.
I'm not a
This
big
song's
fan
good.
of Renegade.
Who would be the guest 16 on your dream track?
Dead or Alive?
It's up to you. Whatever you want.
Pop?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the
That's
best
it?
16.
We're doing
Just one or?
Up to you. This is your song. You can tell me who did the beat. I don't give a damn. You tell me where you recorded.
Alright, so I need a premiere beat. I need Pac on there.
Ooh.
I need Nas on there.
Nas and Pop. Oh.
You know what I mean?
You gonna
They
change
gotta
the
have to
system.
piece it up. They gotta have to piece it up. I need Pac, Nas, Cole, Hove, and I need a clip. I gotta get Malcolm X in the studio speaking at the end.
With Jay-Z on it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
This Jay-Z.
Yeah, because Jay-Z's a weird character to me. Because Jay-Z's known for, shout out to Jay-Z, first of all, because he's like the most transcendent figure in hip-hop history.
Yeah.
Him and like, I think Run DMC are like the people who like are up here.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And what I know about Jay-Z
What about
is-
LL? I don't mean to cut you off. You don't think LL transcended? LL was Drake before Drake. And me, dude, you grew up in that era.
Not
Me doing my
the way
my
I'm
history.
thinking, but he can be, yes. Because he was the first really child hip-hop star, 16 years old.
Yeah, I mean Drake wasn't a child hip hop star. I'm talking that be able to appeal to everybody.
I didn't try to leave him out. This is how I was thinking. So yeah, no, you could put LL in there. But the thing about Jay-Z is known for taking rather than innovating. And that's the thing that kind of like bugs me out. You have to talk to Pace One, Young Chris, a whole bunch of others. Oh, how's the Ripper? Talk to them about that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Jay, because if it wasn't for him, I think a lot of the things that we see possible wouldn't be possible. And you gotta give that man his credit.
He
You
said
know what I'm
I'm overtaxing him for what they did to the cold press.
saying? Hey, shout out to Cold Crush. You know? Shout out to Malc, because at the end of the day, he's doing his hip hop history. And a well-learned person is the person that represents the culture at its finest. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You already said that live experiences have made you appreciate music more. And the Bible says a well-traveled man is a learned man, that you should always travel outside of your land and then come back to enrich your community. Where has music taken you and what have you brought back?
Music ain't necessarily taking me there. Well, I put it like this: in the sense of mind, music has taken me all over. But in the physical sense, music ain't really taken me nowhere. My legs took me places with football and all that type of stuff. I started off. I went to school out in Hampton. I went to HBCU. I came back.
VA.
Yeah, shout out VA. Shout out HIU. I went to Hampton, went out there. Grades just messed up, so I came home. Went to Montclair State, which if you know anything about Hampton and Montclair State, that demographic.
So totally different.
Totally different. So I'm in the middle of that. You know what I mean? I got to see both ends of the spectrum. And I wound up at Willie P, which more leaning towards a Hampton side. Yeah. So I got a different perspective on a lot of different things. I've been around a different type of ethnicities and different types of crowds. So, and then again, I grew up in Bayonne. But my family's originally from Jersey City, so that transition to where, everything cool in Bayonne. But once you get to Jersey City, like, all right, cool, I gotta tighten up. I gotta be ready to go at any time. So it's a lot of different. I'm in the middle, like Cole songs say. I like to think I'm kind of a middle child, and like the bridge right now between, like you were saying, the new era of the auto tune hip hop, and against that, and then the new era, and then the older school era.
Shout out to both. They're feeding their families, and that's what's up.
It's enough for everybody.
So then I ask you this question, which is very introspective yet directive giving. I think P2 is a classic.
Okay.
Where would you like to hear your music played?
Where would I?
What's your dream scenario?
They teaching classes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Nas, it's either Nas or Pop. I believe it's Nas at Harvard breaking down Illmatic and how that. They literally have a college course built around Illmatic and using that. That'd be the dopest thing to me.
You want your music to be used in the Library of Congress.
Yes.
To be historic.
Yes. Not just because anything that is associated with being black, they kind of, you know what I mean? But to be put out in Harvard, not saying that's better than the HBCU or nothing, but anything that associates with black, they kind of. It's cool, but it's a classic hip hop album. It's not. No, I want it to be a classic album. Period. And I don't even call it album. A classic project.
Okay, that's dope. You're the first person who ever said that. 'Cause that's one of my dreams. Ninth Wonder in Play teaches a class on hip hop in North Carolina, and I would like to teach a class on hip hop, but not a hip hop started in 1976. Not like that, but I would love to teach hip hop. Maybe I am. Who knows?
You know, right now, you giving me a lot of game.
Appreciate it. So, damn, that was dope. I like how you said that, because then it comes to this. People have changed the narrative of life ever since society has changed. Like, do you know what college is?
I definitely don't know it in your sense, but.
Well, yeah, we know college to be when you go for 4 years.
It's the biggest scam. I'll be the first to tell you it's the biggest scam in America.
Well, in 1940s, 1950s, a senator from our government said that because the baby boomers came, he said that there's too many people needing jobs and we can't give them jobs. So we're going to create a 4-year institution as a 4-year babysitting service to make them have more education so that we can slow down the hiring process. So college was made to be the daycare for adults. That's why when you ever heard people back in the day say, I need to go to college, I just went straight to work. Yeah. There was no need for a bachelor's degree. And now you need a bachelor's degree to do cashier at McDonald's, and they're all machines. Imagine.
I got a bar like that, man. How's $14 an hour supposed to help me? Like, how? Especially when I'm trying to eat healthy. Like, that's the bar right there. Trying to go vegan, but how was 14 hours an hour? Trying to go vegan, but how was $14 an hour supposed to help me?
Well, it's not, because the bottom line is the education system is to make you a slave to the system, not to teach you how to be sufficient. I mean, hip hop taught me a lot. I'm sure hip hop taught you a lot. Hip hop taught me that most of the stuff I learned in school was bullshit.
That's a fact.
I was taught in school to throw away seeds. Think about it. So if we actually took all the seeds from the fruit we eat and planted it on the street, homeless people can eat. Yeah. We can eat.
That's a fact.
I was taught in school you don't eat stuff that grows out the ground. You have to go to the farm. So you got to go to the supermarket first.
Okay. Where do you think it came from?
Exactly. So hip hop also taught us the entrepreneurial spirit. Mm-hmm. And it shows us that music is only the beginning. After music's done for you, or even during the end of the music, where do you see yourself going and affecting the world from that point of view?
I'm not big on money. Like, I'm big on money, but not big on money. I understand money. I mean, only people that got money say money don't bring you happiness. But I gotta get there to experience that first.
Yeah, I want to be unhappy for a while.
But nah, honestly, I want to spark the change that changes the world. So I want to be able to build institutions or go back home and build a gym, build stuff for kids that don't have the opportunity to do this, that, and the third. Like, I want to go back and get my master's so I can actually teach and be a professor to the point where, like we were just saying, so I can use my music and build a whole separate course about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to do that type of stuff.
So in the end, I have to ask you this question, because this is a question that means a lot to me personally. Unfortunately, we know we're not going to live on this planet forever. And I heard Gilly the Kid say, you know the measure of a man by the procession in his funeral.
That's a fact.
That the people who remember you, who honor your life and celebrate your life in your sleep are the testament of your legacy. Unfortunately, they have to leave too.
Yeah.
It's now 2019. In 5019, you're on camera, you're on streaming services, you're in somebody's physical computer because they purchased it.
Yeah.
How does your legacy change the world and make it better because you exist?
Because the message, do you never them. Like, it's the most purest thing in my eyes that you could say. Like, you're literally one of one. Like, there's no other you. Don't fit in, stand out. Like, dead too. Like I got on the side of my head. Dead too meaning you see everybody else going for this instead of you hating. Dead too. Dead like they doing. Throw caution to the wind and flop.
Everybody out there that's watching this, we hope you enjoyed the interview with Malc. This was a great interview for me, and hopefully we get to work again in the future.
That's a fact.
And to everybody out there, thank you for watching Heritage Hip Hop. Make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the page, share the video, and leave a comment and let us know how you like Malc. Go get that P2, go get all that music, and most importantly, support.
Thank
everybody
you.
out there.
Peace.
Peace, and we out.
Just relax your mind, let your conscience be free and get down. Catch these vibes, shit just rock with me. So relax your mind, let your conscience be free. Like the way that sounds. Hottest nigga on these beats, shit, you know it's me, a pole with flows, cause Lord knows this is flowetry, yeah. No disrespect to Miss Marsha, just know I'm doing me. Ambitious for more than diamonds and clout, just know it's more than me. Ambitious for more than local acclaim, I know it's more to see. Told me I'm his inspiration, that nigga 43, been in the hood his whole life, he ain't never left Booger T. So understand why I grind, cause real hip-hop, real hip-hop, we here, real